Sup, my name is Ray for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, and this is an IRL duel video between me and Mikey. I'm the one in the orangey yellow shirt, just so it's clear. I'm on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council side, not the new challenger side. I think by now most people would know that. But this is a very different game for the first time in a long time, not using Chaos Dragons. This was actually a deck I've been working on in secret for a few months. I had everything, it's just I was getting the ratios down, but I am playing Machina gadgets while Mikey is playing the sack of sack, the Lightsworns. Well, honestly, I think Infrared's a little more sacky than Lightsworn because, well, you'll see why. Get the hell out of here with that Lila. I bounce that shit right back on summoning. And then my turn, summon the red gadget, search out for the yellow. Skittles! I love freaking Skittles. I'm just gonna beat up 13, 14, go to Geargian X, and then basically take search. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I dropped the Machina Fortress as well by discarding the yellow gadget. Go to the Geargian X, get the search for the green gadget, which would follow after the yellow gadget because that is smart. And I'm pretty confident that Geargian X is going to stay on the board long enough for me to get a 10 goldfish to create another rank 4 to do things. So he resummons Delilah again, and I tell him Book of Moon. A lot of people don't main Book of Moon. Book of Moon is the shit. Okay? Book of Moon is the shit. I wish more people would main Book of Moon. It is so good right now. Like, you just flip it face down, and you can disrupt your opponent, and then you can just jump over it. I take the search for the goldfish. I'm going to summon the goldfish, summon the green gadget, get the red gadget search. Doesn't even matter at this point. This is pretty much game over right here. But I'm going to take my search just in case. Just in case he's got a Gorz or he's got a Trag or he's got something to just stop me. You never know. Better safe than sorry. And I figure why not just play it out, just in case for you guys. Just in case. I was thinking about Hardened Land Draco, and I was like, you know what? I'll go another Geargian next just in case again. I'm going to snatch out another goldfish. I'm not going to really give details on the Machina deck right now. I'm going to keep it secret, see if people want it. 23, 25, 23. That's good GG right there. GG game 1. Thanks for watching. Alright, so game 2. Let's do this. Machina Gadgets versus Lightsworn. If I win this, it will not be a game 3. If I lose this, there will be a game 3. That's how it's going to work, just so it's clear. This was a fun game. And we are basically just playtesting. He's going to start us off with Charge the Light Brigade. I was joking around to him saying that, what the hell did I tell him? I basically said to him that, I wanted to go first. And then he goes, nope, you're not going first. I'm going first. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Something along those lines. I don't fully remember. It was funny, though. Took a little stroll, came back. No, I'm kidding. People get, so butthurt when I make jokes like that. Like, get over it, people. Get over it. So Mikey has that Charge the Light Brigade. And he's going to summon Illumina. He's going to discard the Illumina with Minerva. How many Minervas is Mikey running? I think I see 2, but I may be mistaken. That one mill sucks. And then he goes for the Raiden mill, and I'm like, that Gorz, though. That Gorz. He's actually playing Chaos Lightsworn, which I don't blame him for playing it. It's something different. Most people know it as Twilight to an extent, but it's not that deep into that, kind of builds. He's got a bunch of random stuff. I just call it Random Sworn. But he called it Chaos Sworn, so we'll just call it Random Lightsworn. Green gadget into a red gadget. You already know how it works. Dumb gadgets. And just punch out the Illumina. I declared my attack because I just wanted to keep the game going because the battery was running low after. We had a 30-minute game that I'm still editing out, and the only edits is basically the sound file and getting the recordings done. And I just got home today, so. From Royal Rumble, from Philly. It was awesome. But that's 30-minute game, and my uploading speeds are shit as it is. So I'm working on it. Be patient. It'll come out. It'll probably just be on a day that I know I'm going to be extremely busy. Day that, I'm going to be out most of the day. That I don't have to worry about the uploading. So probably Tuesday night it'll get edited out. And then, the audio file's got to be ripped out like this one. And just swapped. And then once it is, then the 30-minute game will be rendered. And then that morning, I'll start the uploading process on private. So this way, once it's HD and pretty and everything, I release it to you guys. So this way, you guys see all the crap. He goes to the Royal Guardian. Took a little time to figure out what he wanted to do there. I'm more quick. I pretty much know what I want to do in a game situation. I know exactly how I want to approach it. If I don't approach it that way, then I take a second to think. But usually my mind gets it pretty damn quick. Hence why you don't see me waiting too long. He attacks it. I drop the trag. He wants to. I believe he takes the green gadget from my grave. I believe he was asking how many cards in hand. Before I forget that, he attacks with the Goyo. I'm sorry, he attacked with Raiden first, then attacked with Goyo. Because I'm not listening to the audio. Just letting you guys know, this is post commentary. So I'm not listening to the audio, just so that way it doesn't come up on my mic. But the track Godia and the Machina gear frame, this is gonna be fun. Remember, there's a level 4 in my grade, so I can use track to manipulate the level out, and I could also snatch his monster, which is even more fun. If I'm not mistaken, by Grand Machina Ken, that usually is an indicator that there's Machina Fortress in my graveyard. So, possible rank 7 play coming. I can't even see my own graveyard. Okay, I discarded level 4. I know it's probably gadgets to steal his Raiden, just in case people like complain. I thought the angle had the graveyard, but go figure. I dropped the Machina Fortress with the Machina Cannon, just so people... You can see the graveyard there. I discarded the Kage Takage, because it hasn't been played. And I make it rank 4. I'm going to go for that rank 4. And I'm going to go for the Daigasu Emerald because I like recycling, which I'm going to put the track into the graveyard. And then I believe I take all 3 gadgets because I wanted the one draw. The Deep Prison got in the way. I was like, whoa, I can't put Deep Prison back. That'd be pretty cool if there was like a rank 4 that allowed you to put spells and traps back, like Daigasu Emerald. Basically like a Pod of Avarice, but for spells and traps. That way, if we ever get back into like I call it the heavy storm format, like a format that has back row destruction to that extreme, then you would have something to recycle your back row and allow it to float better. Just a gameplay design that Konami should look at. Not that they would ever see my videos, but you get the point. You know, it's all theory. It'd be pretty cool to have that, you know. But I think it would just be so easy to get those cards in the graveyard like Pod of Avarice. It would have to have some kind of repercussion, you know, for using it. But it'd be pretty cool. Can you imagine it? Like a Lightsworn would be awesome with it, you know? Put back their solo recharges. He drops the Judgment Dragon like a boss. You saw him just like slam it down. I dropped the Fiend's Chainite. And he's like, okay. And he drops the Plague Spreader, goes into the Leo. And I'm like, damn it. The Leo is one of the most difficult things for my deck to get over because it's a pain in the ass to completely jump over. It's a pain in the ass. Luckily, I do have Mirror Force mained because it can't be targeted, so I do have that just for that kind of scenario if I run into a Leo. For BLs, obviously, I just one-on-one that shit for days, but Leo is pretty much a problem card for my deck, but I'm going to handle it like a boss. I'm just going to MST that off. I want it off my board kind of thing. He's like, why would you do that? Well, it's dead anyway. That's why I'm going to do it. I'm going to unequip, which I can do, which is a lovely thing. Summon the goldfish, and then attack into it. And he's like, wait, what are you doing? You guys will actually see why I did that. I killed my Machina Fortress, and I made sure not to use the goldfish, so I would have less advantage than my friend here, Mikey. So I could go the Exciton Knight to remove it off the board. It's a little bit risky to do that because I think Mikey had 3 cards, and now we should be even. But it was a little bit risky to pull that move off, but it was well worth it. His Leo was a giant threat for me to overcome, and that's one of the only ways my deck can do it. And I didn't want to wait until we got to, you know, the Mirror Force, and by then he could drop a Judgment Dragon. That's the one thing you got to remember with the Lightsworn matchup. They're not really a problem to deal with if you can be pretty aggressive in the match and just control them. And when I say control them, basically just make sure they don't have a board. Just watch out for the Judgment Dragon. If Judgment Dragon's that much of an issue, Starlight Road for days. Starlight Road for days, bro. Starlight Road for days. I asked him when he dropped it. He dropped it on the Exciton Knight damage. So my red gadget was able to run over it because he only has like 1 card in his hand. Gadgets, Machina gadgets, pretty much you don't really see Exciton Knight use that much. So when you do use them, you got to be creative on how to bring them out. So that was one thing that was a pain in the butt for me, but it worked. You know, it worked. It was a great play. I'm happy over it, and it allowed me to basically get control of the board for a few minutes. As you can see that he's like, ew, man. He thought he had another level 6 in his deck to synchro into. He doesn't. You know, he thought he had that Vulcan or the Orient Dragon or the Cymoth. You know, he thought he had Cymoth. don't know why that blows out like that. But anyway, he's he thought he had that, he didn't, so he's got to make a better play. So he's got the plague spreader, kind of a waste there. But he uses the spore as a level 4. He banished out the dandy, which you can see above the Trigodia there on your screen. And he's going for rank 4, and we're just going to wait for Mikey to do that. And while we do, I'm going to talk about Machina gadgets and why you should never quit on a deck. He goes for the 1-on-1, I'm going to compulse that. Never ever should you give up on a deck unless it's completely destroyed by the ban list. And there's an actual discussion video coming out for this and my feelings towards it, because a lot of you were asking during the feedback video for that. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to give my opinions on a lot of things. I don't think anyone should give up on a deck. Shelving it's okay. I mean, if it's completely neutered by the ban list, that's a thing that's going to happen. I played Chaos Dragons even after they weren't broke, I guess is the way to put it, anymore. They didn't have the 3 Red Eyes Darkness. They didn't have the, they weren't maining the 3 Eclipse for it. They didn't have Future Fusion. That's the one I was trying to remember. And I just stuck with it. There has been good times and there's been bad times. I stuck with Lightsworn for the same reason. I enjoy playing a deck. I'm going to stick with it. And that's why I advise a lot of you, don't give up on your decks. Make it a fun deck. There's nothing bad about having a fun deck. I mean, I understand if you're in a competitive scene, you're not going to play it. That's totally understandable. But when you're playing with friends and you just want to have that relaxing kind of situation, not everyone wants to play competitive 24/7. And if you do, I applaud you. You got some nerves. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean like I can't really see doing it 24/7. You need that like it's like when you go to work out. You need a little bit of treating yourself because of how hard you're putting the work into it. That's how I looked at it. And honestly, Machina gadgets to me and like Chaos Dragons, these decks are dead. They're not tier. Whatever, man. You know what? I'll make them tier by siding it. I'll make it tier by having fun with it. It's a surprise factor. No one's going to see these shits coming. And when you drop it on them, like, holy fuck, you're actually playing that? Like, yeah, man. Why wouldn't I? Because the deck is dead. Okay, sure it is. Sure it is. Right here, Mikey does not have the light points to drop the Judgment Dragon. If I remember right, he's at like 300. And he's in a tight situation because, well, that Machina Fortress, I could just ram and destroy stuff. I top deck a green gadget. The lulz, I top deck a green gadget. If you're wondering what's by Machina Fortress, that's my extra deck. Just letting you guys know, it's my extra deck. My thing is to you guys, if there's a deck you want to play, just play it. Have fun with it. There's nothing wrong about doing that. I'm just putting those guys in defense mode. I don't even remember why I put those in defense mode. Oh, he has a Necro Gardener, that's why. If there's a deck you want to play it. Don't give 2 shits about what people say about, your deck build and everything. There's a card you want to attack in, then do it. No one's going to stop you, And I think that's what people seem to forget. It's like we get so like, I gotta be the best, I gotta be the top, I gotta be this. Where did all the fun go, kind of thing, And that's why I try to bring across in these duel videos. I do play serious, I do play to win, but I do play to have fun as well, because that's, this is my relaxation time when I play Yu-Gi's. I'm not going to go hard 24/7, on the fucking game. Sometimes I just want to kick back and I don't drink. I've been sober for quite a while. And I don't do all that. So I guess this is my outlet. This is like my version of having a drink, coming home from a long day of work kind of thing. And you know what I mean? I think people seem to forget that Yu-Gi-Oh can be that way, and just they look at it, well, I gotta win. I gotta play the best deck. I gotta win. You could play the best deck. I'm not saying not to. I'm just saying if there's a deck you want to play it. You want to play Dark Magician, Red Eyes Black Dragon hybrid combo, which totally does fucking work somehow. Probably when we get the Pendulum skills to fully support it, which I think we do, already have it, then it's awesome. Play it. It's fun. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and continue.